The Camino De Santiago, hiking 174 miles along the Portuguese coast. This would be my first adventure abroad. It was about time anyway. As long as I got some sun, I'd be happy. So I chose Portugal. I'd be hiking 174 miles along the Portuguese coastal Camino de Santiago. A mouthful, I know. I'd start in Porto, northern Portugal, and finish in Santiago, northwestern Spain. The Camino was originally an established walking route for religious pilgrims, but I'd be doing it for myself. I'd be hugging the coastline for the majority of the walk. All I'd have to do is keep the ocean to the left of me. I'll be walking along award-winning beaches, cobbled Roman roads, and plenty of towns with cafes and bars. An amazing way to experience a different culture. Oh, I'm Liam. I live for this stuff. I'll be living out of my pack. Everything I need is in there. Beaches and forests are where I'll be sleeping. There isn't a plan, just walk and take it all in. It started off with a plane ride from Manchester in the UK to Porto in Portugal. I took a quick taxi ride to the hotel. It was late, so I headed straight to bed. The next morning, I made my way through central Porto. It was pretty busy. The city was full of history, and it was Portugal's second largest city. Say Cathedral was the start point. I got to the square and took a minute to take in my surroundings. 174 miles awaited, so I set off on the adventure. I'd be following the Douro River out of the city, where it would meet the Atlantic Ocean. Navigation was easy. All I'd have to do for the next few days was hug the coastline. For me, walking along the beach doesn't get any better. I was just needing the sun to come out now. The first venture abroad. So I'm doing the Portuguese Camino, and it takes you along the coast all the way to the northwest of Spain in a town called Santiago. So I keep coming across these little benches with like a place like this, and this is ideal to set my tent up. So I've got a few hours left to walk, but at about 6 or 7 p.m, if there are places like this still, I'm going to set up on one of these decking boards. See, there's one over there as well, but it's only early yet. The decking was great. It was so easy to get the miles in. There were small plaques with info on them about the area. It kept me surprisingly entertained. I'd pass through small fishing villages and towns. There were cafes and bars dotted all over the seafront. By this time, the weather had closed in. I was hoping my waterproofs would stay in my pack. Now have a look at this. This is what I like walking on. Just a rugged beach, no cars, very little people. Heading uphill for the first time, which I'm enjoying. I mean, just look at that. That Atlantic Ocean, it does not matter. Doesn't care who you are, it is rugged, very rugged. I'd been walking for a good few hours by now, and the light had started to fade. It was time to look for my first camp. I'm so happy right now, I found my spot. It's a beach without watch, that's alright. That's even better for me. So here, decking board, I don't have to go on the sand where it's all sandy. Oh yes, perfect. Sun's just pretty much gone in. So I've got about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. just come out of a little town over there. This is ideal, perfect timing. All right, tent. This is the view from the tent then. What a spot I've just found. So, gonna make a meal and have a nice sleep. I got up early, brushed my teeth, and then I set off. It was great to experience a different culture. Each town had its own unique character. The sun had finally come out. Now I felt like I was abroad. Just a quick reminder of how far away places were. So today a lot of the walk is just being along the dunes. On these boards, are really good to walk on. It's just nice, really pleasant. Little villages and towns along the way. You can resupply, get an espresso and a pastry. Actually, I think I'm going to do that in a minute. It's about midday right now. Sun's right on top and the weather is great. Oh, it's nice. The coffee in Portugal was on another level. This was a different type of hike that I'm normally used to. Towns and villages were a lot more frequent. It was actually a pleasant change. So I've been learning a little bit of Portuguese, not too much, but a lot more than your average ignorant English person. So I've got, it's quite easy really, it's similar to Spanish. So hola is, or they say it like a different accent, but hola is just hi. Obrigado, thank you, just very basic like I said. Good morning is bom dia, pretty sure. Good night is boa tardes, yeah, good night. And that's pretty much all you need to know. That's all. I feel so ignorant going into cafes and supermarkets and just assuming they speak English, so it's the least I can do. Just say a few little words and hopefully by the end of this I'll be fluent. I won't be, but hello mate. I thought it was a fox. A little friend's joined me. Hello mate. Because I've got sausage. I just followed this track up. It's on a little bit of a hill. And you got a nice coastal town down there. It's like a rocky beach, so it's ideal. You shouldn't really get many people. You got the sunset right there. You got a nice breeze coming in.
So I managed to do about 23 miles today, which is pretty good going. I got the 20 miles done at like 3:30 p.m, so I just took it slow for the next two or 3 hours. So yeah, I found this great place. Sun's going down, nice breeze. So I'm gonna make, I've got a pasta bolognese, so I'm gonna get that on and get some well-earned rest. I can't wait. Oh, look at that. Life is simple. And when you keep it simple, you get life. That's all you need, isn't it? That's all you need. Anyway, shut up, Liam. Yeah, really good going today. Nothing spectacular happened. The terrain was easy going. It was nice and sunny, starting to get a tan hopefully. Met a few people, just every nationality you can think of, I think I come across today. But I'm still the ignorant English person who only speaks English. I bet they all think you absolute... Anyway.
I've become accustomed to watching the sunset while eating my food. I'm pretty lucky, really. I woke up to a dog sniffing around my tent. He didn't stick around for long. I got a quick wash in the rock pools. It wasn't anything special, but it did the job. Ready for the day, I started to head north. To feel the sun on my face early in the morning, well, I won't ever get tired of that. I got myself a coffee and I couldn't help but be mesmerised at what I was looking at.
This is like the first bit of forest I've been through on the whole Camino. It's a nice change. It's like being back in the UK right now. It's all wet and damp, but it's actually quite cool. So nice to get in the shade out of the sun.
All I had to do was follow the yellow shell. Pretty simple.
So we're in the hills. Nice change of scenery. Just come through. Bit of a forest. I think we're heading back down into the town now.
I made sure to have short breaks once I hit towns. There was no rush. I just wanted to take it all in.
Nice. So today is the first day where I feel I've got in the rhythm. I'm just used to it all now. The first couple of days for me are the hardest, just getting in that routine. But once, you know, all you got to do is walk, it's easy. And I'm in that now. I feel good. I'm in tune with all my surroundings. And the weather's nice. I forgot what hills feel like. It's been flat most of the way. So there's an abandoned building right over there, and that looks ideal to camping. It doesn't look monitored or anything, but it's only midday, which is a shame. Just making my way down towards a river, crossing that blue bridge, and heading down the coast.
The sun was directly overhead and there were fountains all over Portugal, just like this one. It was a lifesaver, to be honest. This was also a lifesaver. A nice cold one.
So I've just got off the trail and I'm looking for a place to camp near the beach. I just had that beer and wow, I'm feeling it. I don't know what it is, maybe it's like a combination of the sun and just exercise, but
one day, and I'm just like, ooh. I was so disappointed. I went to this restaurant and it said it was open. I was going to get a nice burger and chips and like 4 beers. I would have been legless after that, actually. That's a bad idea. But yeah, it wasn't open. But they were doing like maintenance on the building, so yeah, I was a bit let down. Anyway, that glare is... I've come to Portugal and brought sunglasses. I'll have to buy some cheap ones. Yeah, my kit is just ultra light. All I've got is shelter, spare clothing, electrics, and that's pretty much it. I found a small opening in the trees, which actually led to the beach. I found a gem. Okay, so my tent's airing out. It's about 6:30. We've got about, I don't know, 40 minutes left of light. And I've just Googled showers near me, and apparently if you just head up this beach, there's a car park and there's like public toilets with showers. So I'm hoping, I'm desperate for a shower, so I was gonna jump in that, but I'll take the fresh water, to be honest. So I'm gonna walk up and hopefully no one takes my tent. Is this them? Oh yes, showers! This is luxury. Quick update. So spoke to one of the locals and showers don't work apparently. So plan B is back to the drawing board. So I can either go in the ocean right there, or there's like a little, I think there's a freshwater stream near where I camped, so I might try that. So I want a proper salt water. Doesn't clean you properly, and it's, yeah, one of those days, one of those nice days. What a place. You have no idea how good a wash feels on adventures like this. I think it's what separates us from being animals. I had the perfect recipe for a good night's sleep. The fact I can fit my whole life in a backpack amazes me. I just pack up my camp that morning and set off. This place put a smile on my face. You know what I'm happy about? I've just thought about it. I haven't encountered any bog this whole trip. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think there is bog in Portugal or Spain, so that's good. The paths would vary, from beaches to cobbled roads. I'd even walk through gardens at times. So walkers keep going past me and saying this, "Bom Camino," and I'm like, "Yep, hola, hi," and I don't know what it means, so I just searched it, and I'm pretty sure it's like good journey or safe journey, just like a, you know, a friendly hello to walkers on this trail. So me, I'm just like, yep. Anyway, at least I know now. But I've just realised this is the last few miles of Portugal, and then I think I get to a town called Camino, and there could be a ferry crossing or a bridge, I'm not too sure yet, but I cross that and then we're in Spain. So, yeah, last few miles of Portugal. The stench of fire was everywhere in Portugal. The farmers would burn crops on a daily basis. be jumping on a short ferry ride to cross a river into Spain. At least, I thought it was a ferry. Goodbye, Portugal. The ferry turned out to be a local fisherman's boat. He was called Jose, or Jose. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Here we go then, in Spain. Run up a bit of a hill. I'm heading up a hill as well. Nice introduction to Spain. That guy on that ferry, he was mad. Nearly fell off. Well, I'm here in one piece. Portugal is just over there. I was getting hungry. When I say hungry, I mean hungry for a beer. I sampled the local beer, Estrella Galicia. Galicia being the region of Spain I was in. A burger, chips and a beer. It went down pretty easy, let me tell you that. So I've just been following this road. It runs this way to that way. There's like a pilgrim's rest area for the Camino right there. And down here, there's like a little forest with views of the ocean. Hopefully it's flat. I don't know if it's private or not, but this might be all right for a tent just for tonight. Yeah, I think so. That'd be nice. A huge boulder made for the perfect place to wear my tent out. It is nice just to be in this tent. I finished about an hour early today. Did about 18 miles or something. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of a rest. That burger was quite nice. Burger and chips. I just needed some calories. I'm all about trying new foods and the local beers, but I needed some energy. Just fat and calories. Oh, it was great. So yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully get about 10 hours of sleep and get up early tomorrow. Tell you what, the cloud has rolled in. That's the ocean right there. I've just been thinking, and on this route I have been spoiled for choice when it comes to cafes and resupplying. Every village has a cafe and like a store. It's so easy. I was thinking back to the coast to coast when I was in the Lake District part, and I'd come across maybe like one cafe a day or one cafe like every couple of days if I was lucky, and I was so grateful for it. But on this, it's just the complete polar opposite. It's like a scene from Harry Potter, this. The sound of the ocean was my soundtrack for the next few miles. The small farms that the route passed through were a nice change of scenery. It wouldn't last long though. It was back to the road. Hotel Glasgow in Spain. What a name. Wow, this feels like the first hill I've had in ages. Whew. Alright. Onto the tops we go, I think. This is a welcome change from all that road walking. I am sick of it.
hopefully from now on we just stay in the hills. I don't think we do, but humid today, really humid. Doesn't look it, but it's about 26 degrees. Just passed a couple of, I don't know what they were, German maybe. And I was sitting down in a bus stop having a drink, just taking like a couple minute rest. And he went back, just went past me so cocky, like, oh, you're taking a rest, man? I was like, yep, I'll see you soon. And now they're like, we've come up quite a decent hill, because it's been mainly flat all the way. And they're just like going up it so slow, just sweating like mad. And I went, oh, see you later, lads, see ya. So yeah, they're up there still. But yeah, I love these kind of trails.
I made my way over the hills and headed towards Bayona, a 2,000-year-old coastal town. Here, I'd freshen up my clothes. I got myself a cheap hotel. It was decent. I charged my batteries, literally and figuratively.
What is he doing up there? Just set off and I feel good, I'm rested, charged everything, had a shower. Clothes smell great, so I feel like a human again. It's a bit overcast. I think it's give rain. I don't know if it's gonna rain, but got my waterproofs ready in my bag just to put on. But I'm happy, I've had really good weather for the past few days, so that's good. We're heading along the coast to Vigo. It's quite a big town, so I see. I've heard of it before. So that's the plan for today. Yeah.
If you can't tell, I was in a good mood.
This is what I've done then, so far. All the towns I've been through. We're at Carufo. And then Vigo. I'm gonna go through that soon. And then Redondela. I think I'm gonna end near there. And it's Ponte, Caldas, Padrón, Santiago. That's the final destination. On we go.
The forest floor was a welcome break from all that road. The hum of traffic was replaced with the sounds of birds. Peace at last. I got into the city of Vigo. I wasn't there long though. I'd be following the hills above the coast until I found a place to sleep.
So I've been looking for a spot for about an hour and no luck. I've just been up there on the hills and there's no flat spots. Still quite busy with people, so I've had a look online and there are these things called albergues. They're basically hostels, really cheap, specifically made for the Camino, people who walk it. And I found one that was like £11, I think it was, for the night, which is like a shower, a bed space. You know what a hostel is. So yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna try it. It's no problem. Doesn't matter. It's just, as you can see, it's just hillside, and then it's not very wild. Which I knew this part of this past 2 days, I knew they were going to be quite busy like with towns and cities wise, so
For that price, I really couldn't complain. I thought I'd try an albergue. I was pleasantly surprised. Rest was on the card that night.
look at them views. Insane. So I'm just heading out of the valley. And because the town I was staying at had like 2 or 3 hostels, so I'm guessing everyone's set off at the same time. So hopefully I've just passed them all and yeah, no more queues. But for £11, the hostel was insane. I couldn't believe it.
I lost count at the amount of bridges I crossed during this trip.
Have a look at all these vineyards. Miles and miles of them. This is how I imagine Spain and Portugal, just valleys like this with just grapes growing. If they were growing, you know I would have tasted them. But October, I think, is a bit late. Weather's holding off. Rain jacket has gone on. It is that rain that gets you absolutely soaked, so yeah. Lots of rain. Not too bad. Only 2 days left and it's the first bit of proper rain I've had. I've been pretty lucky with that. Just heading into Pontevedra, which is the biggest town until Santiago, the finish line really. As you can see, it's been raining quite a bit. Still is actually. So, it's just like being back in England. I've been walking for probably since like 9 a.m, 9:30 maybe. And it's 1 p.m. right now, so it's a good few hours of walking right there without a rest. So gonna take like 45 minutes here, get some coffee, something to eat, rest my legs and then get going again. Let's get some coffee. That has hit the spot. That was actually great. I managed, right? I'm gonna give myself a challenge here. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it. I've probably got about 30 odd miles left until Santiago. And I booked my flight. It's for 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. So, let's get a move on. Half a day today. Hopefully another like 10 or 12 miles, and then tomorrow, another 20. So I'll set off early tomorrow. I think I'm gonna stay in an albergue. If I come across one by the end of today, I might stay in one because it was pretty good. I rated it and it's pretty cheap. Yeah, so make my last day a comfortable one. Change it up, I suppose, rather than wild camping it. Just got out of Pontevedra. It's nowhere near as busy now. I think I'm going uphill though. So on we go.
With the finish in sight and a time challenge, it gave me some extra energy in my legs. With no suitable places to camp for the rest of the night, I decided to try my luck with another albergue.
Albergue this way. That looks promising. Come on, please. so it's early, and that was a crazy experience. So different to the other day. Didn't get any sleep. I mean, there was like 15 people in the same room. I'd say about 12 were snoring. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's the last day. It is the last day. That's what I'm happy about. Sun is just rising.
I love the early morning. Nothing beats getting up before the sunrise. I was walking through vineyard after vineyard. With all these grapes, I had an idea.
Got myself a little grape off a vineyard. A lot of it smells like vinegar, so I'm guessing it's just decomposing. I'm gonna try it anyway. Ready? Vinegar. Should have trusted my instincts there. Yeah.
This is Padron, the last major town until Santiago, I think. Rain's quite bad now, but not long left. It rained all the way to Santiago. I was on the outskirts, and it wasn't long before I got into the centre. This was my first view of the cathedral.
Finally made it. It's a big one, look at this. Santiago de Compostela. Not sure how many miles it was in the end, but finally here. I don't think we can touch it. Look at that. Done.